Yo, peace and blessings. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to the channel if you're new. My name is Burnell Washburns, and I just like to spread good vibes every day on YouTube. I like to share empowering ideas and mindsets and tools that'll help you live a better life. So today is actually 11/11. Peace and blessings if you're watching it today. Peace and blessings regardless of when you're watching it. Sending you good vibes wherever you're at in the world. I woke up today and I feel like the energy was just a little bit lighter. Everything's fallen into place. I feel like the universe is on our side, helping us to propel things forward in a positive direction. And I feel like there's a big conscious awakening happening all over the globe. A lot more people are starting to eat healthy, starting to take care of themselves, talking about self-care. People are working out. People are going out in nature. People are meditating. People are becoming mindful, practicing yoga, doing so many good things for their health. Mind, body, and spirit. And I think it's beautiful to see so many kindred spirits. So if you're watching this video, you're obviously a kindred spirit on a similar path. So thanks for joining us. If you've been on the channel, I appreciate you guys watching and dropping comments every day. Always means the world to me. But today I wanted to talk about just a real inspiring mindset that I made a Facebook post earlier today that's been doing really well, that a lot of people have been stoked on, where I was just basically like listing all of the, not all of them, but like I listed 3 artists that I performed with from each letter of the alphabet. So A, B, C, D, E, A through Z, of like my top 3 artists that I've played with or performed with. And I was like looking at the list and it was really impressive, like to myself, even looking back, sometimes we forget how much we've actually accomplished or done. And you know, like for me, if I haven't done something awesome in the last like 24 hours, I start to like feel like I'm a failure, like I'm a piece of shit or something. Like, what's wrong with me? So it's good to remind yourself of your accomplishments. It's good to look back and feel proud of the things that you've done. And I didn't make that post to like brag. I mean, look how cool I am. Like, it's like a small piece of me that's flexing. Like, yeah, what up? I'm proud of myself. I've literally performed with all my idols and hip-hop legends and some of the biggest names in the entire world, in the entire music industry, like Snoop Dogg and, you know, like big names. So I'm saying that to, not even to impress you, but like they say, to impress upon you that you can do it too. You can manifest the life of your dreams if you believe it's possible. And if you know that it's going to happen in your heart, that knowing in your heart will lead you to take the consistent action. So I'm actually going to copy and paste the entire Facebook post in the description of this video so you guys can read through. And it's not even about the artist, it's really about the words that I say after. Yeah, I've played with all these artists, but what's really more impressive is like the fact that I started with no connections. I didn't know anybody. People always say it's all about who you know, and it is. Relationships are everything, but it's about what you know and what you can do for those people that get you to know the right people in the first place. Like, you could know some super famous, awesome person, but if you can't provide any value to them, then they have no reason to work with you, or you know, you're not benefiting them. It's not mutualistic. You're just kind of trying to use them, and that's not going to work out. They're not going to want to be used. So if you want to be networking and aligning with really high achievers and successful, awesome people, then you first must develop your skills and your mindsets and your habits to be able to provide them actual value. One of the biggest reasons I got to perform with all these big names is because I was providing the most value in my niche in my town, and I was putting on shows and events for other people to perform, and I was connecting the scene, and I could sell tickets and I could bring an audience out. And you know, hip-hop legends knew when they came to my city that I was probably going to be the best person to open for them, because I would probably sell the most tickets or get the word out there the most. And I happened to have a highly engaged audience of people that resonate with their music too, so it's just a naturally good fit. But the reason I posted this and the reason I'm making this video is just to inspire you and empower you and remind you that you can start with absolutely nothing. I started with 0 connections, and now I'm highly connected. I started with $0. I started with 0. I was so naive. I didn't know a single person, not a single person. That's not an exaggeration. I didn't know a single person who had ever made a beat, who had ever recorded a rap, who had ever played a rap show, or anything like that. I knew like a couple guitarists that were like hobbyists that messed around playing guitar in their room, and that was about it. That was like the extent of my music connections. So, you know, like I've heard some people saying like, oh, Burnell gets to perform with, and it's usually just like jealous haters, locals that like don't really know me, that wish they could be where I'm at, have looked at me and said, oh, it's because Burnell just is connected. He knows everybody. I'm like, yeah, I might be connected and know everyone now, but like I wasn't when I started. Like chances are whoever's saying that was probably way more connected when they started than I was. They probably already knew beat makers, or they probably already knew people that played shows or performed shows or threw shows. I didn't know anybody. I started on the open mic. I started throwing my own events because I didn't even know anyone that threw events or how to get on an event or anything like that. So I was throwing my own, putting my own money and time and efforts at risk to make shows happen and put other people on. So like I didn't come to the scene or the industry with my hands out saying, here, what can you give me? I came as a generous soul and a creative here to help you and put you on and help the entire community and help the culture thrive, rather than just, here, what can I take from this culture? What can I get out of this? It was the exact opposite. It was, what can I provide to this culture? Because hip-hop music changed my life. Music in general changed my life, and like all I wanted to do was just be part of it. I remember like going to shows, going to see Atmosphere and Dilated Peoples and Brother Eligh, and like seeing these people and saying, someday I'm gonna be on stage with them, like affirming it. If you've seen some of my Law of Attraction videos or like my How I Manifested videos, you've probably heard me talk about some of the big events and some of the big venues I've played at through the power of visualization. Going to these shows and visualizing myself being there and believing that it was possible, not knowing how, not knowing when, and like being willing to put in the work, being willing to pay that price consistently every day for as long as it takes. I knew it was going to take years or decades, and I didn't care how long it was going to take. I was like, this is my calling, this is my passion, this is what I love. And I'm still like, you never fully made it, because the second you've like made it, you have a bigger dream. Like, to me, making it when I first started was if I could just perform shows and be on an actual stage, that would be making it. And then after that, it was like, well, if I could just get paid to do this, you know, if I could just like pay my bills every month off this, then I'd made it. And then I got that, and it was like, well, now it's like, if I could pay my bills and travel, okay. And then I got that, and then it was like, well, now I want to like travel and be generous and have tons of extra money and like be performing with really fulfilling gigs with high level people that like, you know, like your dream just gets bigger and bigger the more you achieve. So you've never really achieved it. It's like what keeps you hungry. It's blissfully dissatisfied. You're grateful for where you're at, but you know you're capable of more, so you're always hungry, always driven for more. And it's a beautiful place to be, because you know like your potential's limitless and you can do so much more. You're not just stuck where you're at, and it really is possible for you. Sorry, I don't have can't see shit right now. I don't have my contacts in or my glasses because I ran out of contacts. If you wear contacts, make sure you order them before you run out, so you don't have to be blind for several days. And don't break your glasses because you step on them when you can't see. That's really the best advice I'm giving today. Don't step on your glasses and stay stocked up on contacts. Or just get LASIK. I can't wait till I can get LASIK. It will be soon. But anyway, sorry, I'm talking all fast and excited. I'm just like stoked on life today, and I wanted to spread some good vibes. Thanks for your patience for sticking around the channel. I know I haven't been uploading every single day like I said I would. I've still been doing like 5 or 6 days a week, but my goal isn't just to make videos every day just so I can be like winning on the algorithm. My goal is to empower, uplift, and inspire as often as possible. And if I really have nothing important to say or no value to provide, then, or I'm just too busy doing other stuff, providing other value, then I'm not going to make an episode that day. And, you know, you guys can always expect that anytime you click on one of my videos, it's going to be worth watching, and there's actually going to be some type of real value that I provide you. I'm not going to make a video just because I feel like I need to stay up on the algorithms. But that said, I appreciate you guys sticking around the channel and hitting me up on IG. Like, it really does mean a lot when you guys message me and say that you really appreciate the video. Or when I, like yesterday when I didn't upload one, I got like 3 people message me like, yo, where's today's episode? Did I miss it? And I'm like, makes me stoked that some people actually care enough to hit me up about that. But anyway, I'm gonna post that Facebook post in the description below so you can read it. And again, it's not to like be like, look at all these names I've performed with. It's more to be like, look at what I did with no connections, with no money, with no resources, with no mentors with nothing except for a big heart and a burning desire. And I did it in a city that has no music industry presence. Like, I live in Salt Lake City, Utah. There's like really no music business here. There's starting to be, sorta, but not really. Like, there's no artists here that have really ever made it or like gotten big, especially in hip hop. And the few that have been somewhat successful from this state have like moved to another state and then become successful, so they don't really claim it, you know. But I think it's been a blessing in disguise. You know, part of the reason I've gotten to perform with all these big names is because I live in a less saturated market. You know, if I was in LA, there would have been better candidates for some of those shows, more experienced, more connected than me. So it was really like a blessing in disguise. I always thought I had to move to LA or New York to like get these opportunities, but I was able to make it all happen here. And like they say, if you build it, they will come. So I started building the things that I didn't see. If there wasn't enough events or there wasn't enough ciphers or open mics or studios or collectives or whatever, I was the one to try and help create those things along with a lot of my peers. And we were trying to build the things that we wanted to participate in. So the main inspiration and empowerment that I want you to take from today's episode is to remind yourself that you can literally start with nothing and take it anywhere you want. No matter what field you're in, no matter what you're trying to work on or manifest in your life, you don't need money, resources, connections. All you need is that burning desire, the faith to make it, the faith that you can make it happen, the belief that you will make it happen, and be willing to pay the price and put in that consistent effort every day. Because I didn't just sit there and visualize myself being on these shows and then like sit in my room all day staring at the wall doing absolutely nothing. No, like I was out grinding, taking inspired action every single day, going to every single hip-hop event possible, networking with people, providing value, improving my skill sets, improving my mindsets, and, you know, doing so many things every day, taking inspired action to get me there. But none of it really felt like hard work. It all felt like fun because it was coming from the heart, and it was born out of pure positive intentions to like do good things. And really, I want to use this music for good. I wasn't just chasing all this so I could get fame and money and have everyone think I was cool. I was like, man, I just love this art form. I love being able to express myself. I love that my words can empower and uplift people. And like, ever since my very first album, people have been getting my lyrics tattooed on them and like saying that my lyrics and words really mean something to them. And that is something I want to bring to more people. That's something I want to share with the world. And just like, it's an energy I cherish and appreciate. The fact that any of us have the power to uplift, heal, and help each other through our words and through our arts, our craft. So if you get anything from this, just remember that you literally are not limited. Like, people always say, oh, I would do this if I had the money, or I would do this if I had more time. But really, it's never a lack of resources that hold us back. It's always a lack of resourcefulness. Like I said, I started with no money. I didn't even have a place to live most of the time. Sleeping in my car, sleeping on homies' couches, making it happen. Doing whatever I had to do to make it happen because it's what I love, and I'm in love with the process rather than the outcome. I'm not just like, I'll be happy with this. I'll be grateful and stoked on this life if I make it. It's like, no, I'm just happy like on the journey, chasing this dream and like going for my vision. And I've been blessed to not be working a 9-to-5 job. You know, I've been blessed to be able to, like, yesterday I woke up, worked out, drank some coffee, made music all day long till I went to bed. You know what I mean? And had a blast doing it, and wasn't worried about bills or anything like that, because it's like, I know this is taking care of me, and it's taken years to, like, a lot of seeds planting for these to kind of start blossoming, and there's still so far to go. But again, I didn't know anyone that made beats. I didn't know anyone that threw shows or anyone that rapped or anything. And you don't have to. You can literally start bottom of the bottom with nothing. And sometimes that's even the most beneficial when you're like super naive in something and you just go for it. Like, I've heard a lot of successful people say, like, if they knew how hard it was gonna be to achieve their dream or manifest their goal, they probably wouldn't have tried. You know, if they knew how long it was gonna take, they would have never even started. So you need a certain little bit of naivete. I don't know how to say it. Being naive. Is that how you say it? Naivete? I don't know. You need to be a little bit naive thinking that you can pull anything like that off, but The people that are naive and really think they can are the ones that end up doing it. Like that old quote, the ones who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who end up changing it. So I hope this episode inspires you and reminds you to just get more resourceful and get more connected to that higher vision, and then just go for it no matter what, because you deserve it. Life is meant to be enjoyed. Life is meant to be beautiful. And the reason I'm even making these videos in the first place is because I truly think the world would be a better place if more people were doing what they love for a living. If more people got to wake up and do things that they're passionate about, feel creative, feel inspired, feel like they're making a difference and they're making progress on something that matters to them, then the world would just be a happier place. You just like, I'm way nicer to people. I'm way more generous. I'm way happier and healthier and everything because I'm not waking up pissed off that I have to go to some job I hate. I'm not like coming home after 8 hours of dealing with shitty customers and being all tired and exhausted and, you know, bummed out that I got to do the same thing again tomorrow. So I'm not coming home getting drunk and being a shitty dad or something. Like, I'm a better person. I'm a better dad and friend and son and neighbor and all that stuff because I do what I love. So I want to help more people do what they love. And it's totally possible for you. You are not limited. This universe is magical and you can create any life that you want. So thank you so much for watching. If you got inspired by this and you haven't subscribed, make sure to join our tribe and hit the subscribe button below. We spread good vibes like pretty much every single day. And make sure to leave a comment. I love saying what up to the kindred spirits, and I love just growing this empowered community of people that want to help each other thrive. So again, thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bless your heart. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace and blessings.